We just arrived in Houston. This is both of our first time here, but I think we have a really exciting trip planned. We're spending a few days here and then a few in Galveston. But we are starving, so we're starting off with some Texas barbecue right here at the Pit Room.
So since our first time in Texas, we had to try some barbecue food. We decided to come to the Pit Room, and we have quite the spread. We have brisket, pulled pork, green beans, coleslaw, and a slice of bread. Let's give it a try. I guess I'll try the brisket first. The perfect bite. That's so flavorful. Love it.
I am starving, so I'm so excited to give this a try. I'm gonna go with the brisket first too. And I like the barbecue sauce, because why not? Wow. It melts in your mouth. The brisket is peppery and spicy, but the sauce is so sweet. It's so good together. Perfect start to our trip.
What to try next? Maybe the pulled pork. Okay. Get a nice bite with a little barbecue sauce. So good. The barbecue sauce really is the perfect combination of like sweet and spicy. Okay. Next up, string beans.
Do we even know what's on these?
I think there's pepper. There's loads of pepper on all of this. And I honestly couldn't say what else. A lot of spices though. Those are amazing. Love those. Thank God we have this tea to wash it down because the peppers really get in my throat.
Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the entire country, and along with that has quite a large art scene, including a major theater district. We won't be able to see everything this trip, but we had to get in a little art fix, so we came here to the absolutely massive Museum of Fine Arts Houston.
Also, there's a Meow Wolf coming to Houston, which we're super bummed that we're missing. So if that's open when you're here, I definitely recommend checking it out.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
That's so crazy. Wow. It's a little claustrophobic. Wow, that's so cool.
Did she say the lights go off?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I guess they do. That answers that question. Moving.
Well, they have quite the collection. We were just in the Kinder building and they had beautiful modern art, and now we're in the Beck building, which is all European sculptures and paintings. So we just finished at the Museum of Fine Arts and it was really great. I think my favorite was the Kinder building, which has tons of modern art, beautiful visuals that were also kind of trippy.
What the heck?
Unfortunately, the law building we didn't really get to go in at all. They were renovating for a really big new immersive art experience. So if you're around for that, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing, but now it's time for some tacos. So we had a great time walking around the museum. Now we decided to hit up Tacos A Go-Go for another Texas staple, some Tex-Mex. We're trying some tacos, and we got this huge margarita for only $4. We're definitely not used to that in New York City. First up, Pollo Guisado, which is one of the tacos you must eat before you die from the Texas Monthly. So let's give it a go. Oh my goodness. The chicken is so tender. Really good. We're washing out our tacos with a nice big bowl of homemade chips and salsa. But if I were to review the tacos, I think I would say that the brisket one was my favorite. It was just so tender. The flavors were amazing. You could taste the cheese, the pickled onions. It was just juicy and tender and delicious. All right, you're all set. My name's Shannon. If you need anything else, and your elevator's right behind you.
Well, a pretty good first day, even if it was only really a half day. We just checked into our hotel. This is the Laura in downtown Houston. It's beautiful and our room is just amazing. I have no idea what's in store for us tomorrow, but I am so pumped.
See you in the morning.
Good morning. Today we're spending nearly the entire day at the Houston Rodeo, and honestly, I'm not too sure what to expect. It's probably pretty obvious, but we're not exactly frequent rodeo goers. Even though I'm sure we'll be eating a lot at the rodeo, we're going to a breakfast place that's just around the corner from where we got tacos last night that I heard is an absolute can't miss.
We just got to the Breakfast Klub, and if this line is any indication that this is going to be good, we're in for a treat. Come in. We are at the Breakfast Klub, which is a Black-owned American-style diner, and I got a veggie omelet, cheesy grits, and they sure are cheesy.
And I went for one of their most popular dishes, the chicken and waffles. One thing we weren't expecting to be this good is the public transportation. We've taken the Metro Rail straight from our hotel to breakfast and then straight from breakfast here to the rodeo. And it's only $3 for the whole day.
She's a 3-year-old Jersey cow, and we'll talk a little bit more about Peanut here in just a few minutes. But first I want to ask you guys, do you guys like to drink milk? Now it's held up with a little bit of suction, and if you take your finger and you squeeze it very gently, that's how it feels. All right, you guys, so we can see the milk is traveling through that big hose there. We can see it climbing up, and there it is up in the jar. That's pretty cool, huh?
Oh my gosh, those are small.
Oh my god, that one's a little chunky, I think.
The English lop.
The English lop. Look at his ears though. They're huge. We literally just saw a chick hatch from a shell. It was crazy. Apparently 600 are born every rodeo season. Time for some shopping. My goal is to find a nice belt. I purposely didn't wear a belt today with the intention of getting a new one. This is kind of pretty. That actually I like a lot. This is really pretty. Can you see me in this one? I want like a big belt buckle though. Oh my goodness, there is so much to see. These shops are just endless. Get the mother load. Ooh, this one's pretty. Let's see what we think of this. I don't know, I feel like this one might be my favorite. I got myself a belt. You want to get your boots cleaned? Oh wait, you don't have any. What is this?
Butter toffee peanuts. They're not spicy.
Oh wow, nice, thank you.
Yep.
Let's see.
Be back to 5:30.
Wow, that's really good.
The ticket situation for the rodeo is a bit confusing, so let me try to explain. There are two options. You can either buy the grounds pass, which is $20 for adults and gets you access to everything except for the concert and the main rodeo. Or you can buy a concert ticket, which is what we did. Those start at $25 and that gets you access to everything. There's also a carnival, but all of the rides and games are extra.
So I just found this stand so funny. We can get deep fried cheesecake, deep fried cookie dough, and even a whole cowboy hat full of deep fried Oreos. Crazy. You can get deep fried Nutella, cheesecake, a whole hat full of deep fried Oreos. I guess that's funnel cake, Reese's, deep fried cookie dough, Twinkies, more Oreos. Literally everything's deep fried. Deep fried Reese's. Honestly, I don't really like it.
Why?
I don't know, like if I want a Reese's, I want a Reese's. I don't want all this breading around it. Honestly, not a fan.
Your child has to be 5 or 6 years old and weighing under 55 pounds. Here we go. Come on, yeah. Come on, yeah.
Gentlemen, looks like a fun dismount, big smiles, and an 89-point ride.
Riding on Miranda Lambert.
Oh, best discount of the hour, extra point, 90-point ride.
I'm wiped already. It's only 1 o'clock and we are making our way around the rodeo. There's so much to see here. We just saw mutton busting, which is 5 and 6 year olds who ride on the back of a sheep while they run across a field. Now we just saw pig races.
Welcome as well to the Swifty Slide Racing and Swimming Big Show. Are y'all ready for some big racing? Here we go.
We were told that they run around the track to get an Oreo at the end, which I thought was pretty funny. And we also saw Swifty, the swimming pig.
Swifty, go, big jump, yeah!
which is an 8-month-old pig that literally swims across a little pool. So it's been a very interesting day.
Deep fried nachos? Absolutely.
We got ourselves some nachos. It's just traditional Tostitos with some typical nacho cheese, a little rattlesnake, and some rattlesnake venom, which is this green sauce with jalapenos and avocado. So let's see how it is. Doesn't really taste much different from regular nachos. Tasty.
So we took a break from the deep fried and cheesy stuff to go with what I think is a healthy option, an enormous pina colada. So refreshing. So hot out here. This is exactly what you need. Soon it was time to ditch our pina colada because the main event was about to begin.
So we're finishing up our day at the rodeo with a nice big tray of fries and a huge kebab with some veggies on it, which is nice for a change. But it was an awesome day at the rodeo. We're just gonna watch the drone show in a few minutes and then take the metro back to our hotel. Wow, oh my God. That's crazy. Oh, that's so cute. It's fucking on top of the energy arena. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ah! The girl on a horse. That was really cool. I'm very impressed.
This weekend just flew. Today we're heading to the Houston Space Center. I know we're both really excited for that. It's also directly on the way to Galveston, so we'll be checking out of this hotel and staying there for a couple nights. But first, there's one last thing we had to do in Houston. This is the Gerald D. Hines Waterwall. Somehow our mic got unplugged while we were there, but we were probably saying something about how the Waterwall is 64 feet tall and absolutely stunning. It's located in a quiet business park about 15 minutes from our hotel, but is more than worth the trip. We've got an hour drive to our next stop, Space Center, Houston.
We just got to NASA and we were starving because we didn't get to eat this morning. So we got ourselves some tea and coffee, cinnamon bun, and a granola bar, and we're just gonna recharge before we start exploring.
We started with the Blue Tram tour that takes you to the astronaut training facility and the Saturn V rocket. The training facility offers a behind-the-scenes look at loads of training equipment used by the astronauts and engineers to prepare for missions.
Since 1980, every NASA astronaut has walked the floors of this building in preparation for their next mission. Currently, the team is using this building for our current space station mission, which is the Artemis program, as well as training our astronauts for the before they go up to the ISS.
The next stop on the tour is the Rocket Park, home to the 363-foot tall Saturn V rocket, which is the tallest, heaviest, and most powerful rocket ever flown. We just got back from the Blue Tram Tour and it was incredible. You absolutely have to do it when you're here. The Blue Tour is included in your price of admission, and I would highly recommend right when you get here going straight over to guest services and booking a spot on the tours. We got here right when it opened at 10, but we came to the cafeteria first to get a quick bite to eat because we hadn't had any time this morning. But by the time we got over to guest services at 10:30, the earliest we could get a Blue Tour was 11. And the only white tour we could get was at 2 o'clock. The white tram tour takes you to Mission Control, which we really wanted to see also. That one is $15 extra per person, so keep that in mind if that's something that you're interested in. But we grabbed a little bit of lunch from the cafeteria and we're gonna see what else we can find at the Space Center. There's a lot to see in the main building, from interactive exhibits to artifacts and films. We had a full 2 hours between our tram tours and still didn't have time to see everything.
Houston, we have a problem. Now it's time for our Mission Control tour.
The white tram tour takes you to Mission Control, the actual facility where NASA monitored 9 Gemini and all Apollo lunar missions, including the historic Apollo 11 trip to the moon.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And the famous Apollo 13 mission.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
You get to watch a recreation of the moon landing from the Apollo 11 mission, with all of the screens and instruments showing you exactly what was displayed on that day. Unfortunately, this marks not only the end of our time at the Space Center, but also our trip to Houston. We are off to Galveston. This has been such a great trip. Hopefully you guys liked it too. Make sure to give us a like if you did and subscribe so you don't miss any of our travels. We'll see you in Galveston.